Question 16. This is not meningitis because this is not leptomeningeal enhancement. This is enhancement in the meninges, but falling in dura acni around the connexity, phalanx, and territorium without extending to the basal or ventricle. This is treason back surgery complicated by ongoing CNS surgery. Question number 17. As with sarcoma, what MS features will create high-grade lesion? Elevated choline, reduced Na, and CR score PR ratio of 2. This shows high-grade lesion of sarcoma. Number 18. Remember elevated choline, reduced Na, and CR score ratio of 2. 18. Which orbital pathology typically arises from the intracoronal compartment? Cavernous meningioma arises from the intracoronal compartment. Cavernous meningioma arises from the intracoronal compartment. 19. MRI shows expansile lesion in the right pectoral apex without bone destruction. Then is of increased signal T1, increased signal T2, and non-enhancing diagnosis, cholesterol granuloma. The MRI shows expansile lesion in the right pectoral apex without bone destruction. The lesion is of increased signal T1 and increased signal T1 and increased signal T2, non-enhancing diagnosis, cholesterol granuloma. Because expansile lesion in the right pectoral apex without bone destruction. Number 20. Exophthalmos, spindle-shaped enlargement of extraorbital musculature does not involve the tendon insertion, which muscles are most likely involved in pre-medial director. Now, there is again case of ophthalmopathy, so I am slow, so inferior and medial directors are most likely involved. Number 21. Right proptosis CT scan shows extracorneal mass in the right orbit with irregular margins and intracranial extension. MRI shows decreased signal on T1, increased signal on T2, and shows relatively uniform enhancement. Most likely diagnosis, rhabdomyosarcoma. This is rhabdomyosarcoma. The right side proptosis. There is extracorneal mass in the right orbit with irregular margins, intracorneal extracranial extension. MRI shows decreased signal on T1, increased signal on T2, and shows relatively uniform enhancement. Diagnosis, rhabdomyosarcoma. Question number 22. Proptosis. MRI shows this is lymphoma now, orbital lymphoma. Proptosis MRI shows poor circumscribed lobular lesion that involves the pre-circumscribed lesion that involves both intra and extracorneal compartments. The lesion has mixed signal intensity on T1 with areas of increased and decreased signal intensity, most of increased signal on T2, and there are areas considering critical level, most likely diagnosed with venous lymphatic malformation or lymphoma. 2023. Which finding on imaging would be more suggestive of the presence of an optic nerve glioma rather than a meningioma arising from the optic nerve sheath? Presence of optic canal widening is seen in optic nerve glioma. Or optic nerve swelling. Number 24. Fracture of left temporal bone involving the course of left facial nerve. Which orientation of fracture and which segment of facial nerve is most likely to involve transverse and labyrinth time? Fracture left temporal bone. Transverse fracture left temporal bone causes the damage to the labyrinthine portion of facial nerve. Transverse labyrinthine. Transverse fracture labyrinthine facial nerve. 25. MRI scan. You think the lesion is most likely an epidermal but wish to exclude and recognize it. Which MRI sequence will be most helpful in achieving this aim? Clear. Clear MRI sequence will be help distinguish between epidermal and peritonitis. Question number 26. MRI scan of a lumbar spine shows 3 cm well-defined overhead lesion is essentially placed at the medullaris, the locus of which is felt to be intradural and extramedullary. Is hypertense on T1 and hypertense on T2. The flow wide and hammered within the lesion. So the paraganglioma. There's flow wide within the lesion. Hypertension on T1 and hypertension on T2. T2 hypertense. Flow wide within the lesion. Flow wide shows hemorrhages. And hammered within the lesion is enhanced vividly in the post-injection of cartons, which lesion best fits the imaging finding, paraganglioma. 27. MRI cervical spine, ependymoma, this shows well-defined central intramedullary mass in the mid-cervical spinal cord, hypertension on T2, but also a few single peripheral areas, low single peripheral areas, hypertension on T2. Hence, homogeneous with limit diagnosis, ependymoma. Cervical spine, so ependymoma. Esophageal seen in thoracic spine. 28. Head injury, CT brain. Which of the following is the correct indication for immediate scanning to episode of vomiting? Head injury, CT scan, brain. Which of the following correct indication for immediate scanning to episode of vomiting? 29. Artery with multiple diffuse axon injury is this. MIH with multiple small areas of increased signal on T2W in the white matter near the white matter junction within the frontal and temporal lobe. Idiopathic with areas of increased signal in the P100 and reduced signal on ADC map, most likely diagnosed diffuse axonal injury. Multiple small areas increased signal on T2W in the white matter near the white matter junction. This is diffuse axonal injury. Number 30. Which sequence is most sensitive for subarachnoid hemorrhage? Flare. Which sequence is most sensitive for subarachnoid hemorrhage? Flare. 31. MRI of brain with hyperintensity in the tegmentum. Check for red nucleus, and hyperintensity of superior collicles for T2W as well as hyperintensity in the basal ganglia, most likely causes Wilson's disease. Hyperintensity in the tegmentum, except for the red nucleus seen in Wilson's disease. 32. Which feature favors subdural hematoma or extradural hematoma? Hematoma cross sutures. Subdural hematoma can cross sutures. 33. The 5-year-old woman has slowly progressive cognitive decline and worsening gait. She remains with ventricular dilatation with rounded frontal horn and periventricular hypertension diagnosed normal pressure hydrocephalus. Old age woman with progressive gait worsening gait and a CT shows ventricular dilatation, signs of hydrocephalus but no obstruction seen, so diagnosed normal pressure hydrocephalus. 34. Liver transplant recipient with confusion and seizures. CT brain shows low attenuation in the deep and subcortical white matter of pupil and parietal lobe bilaterally. Advise the clinical team first measure blood pressure. Because he already had liver transplant and then he has confusion, seizure, and low attenuation in deep and subcortical white matter, so this may be a decreased blood pressure. So first measure blood pressure. 35. Suggestion of multiple sclerosis. Which sequence is most useful for determining if there are plaques of different ages that is disseminating in time? Pre and post contrast T1W shows there are plaques in multiple sclerosis. Question number 36. 34-year-old woman with seizure, history of migraine and no mood, MRI brain reveals small multifocal frontal and parietal subcortical white matter T2W hyperintensity and a few areas of restrictive diffusion, and the right cerebral hemisphere and DWI most likely diagnosed SLE. Now this is a woman with seizure and then history of migraine and no moods, and then small multifocal frontal and parietal subcortical white matter T2W hyperintensity and a few areas of restrictive diffusion, all features of SLE. The seen in female patient cause seizure, mood changes, and migraine. 37. Now this is Alzheimer's disease. Which finding is most consistent with early Alzheimer's disease? Reduced activity in the precuneus and posterior cingulate gyres. The precuneus and posterior cingulate gyres and posterior show decreased activity. Correct in Alzheimer's disease. Remember the word precuneus. So this is seen in Alzheimer's disease. Decreased activity in precuneus is seen in Alzheimer's disease. 38. 15-year-old with recurrent epistaxis, MIH was getting at the center of the pinopalatine foramen, which is hypertension T1 and hypertension immediate signal on T2, immediate signal on T2, and then intense blood enhancement and multiple flow wires are on postganglion T1W, diagnosed juvenile angioplasma. Multiple flow wires are seen and increased enhancement postganglion diagnosis juvenile angiofibroma. Sorry, multiple flow wires and increased enhancement following ganglion juvenile angioplasma. This is angioplasma. Question number 39. The inverted papilloma. This also shows flow wires. CT scan shows isosceles software muscle with right mechanism with extension to the infundibulum and to nasal cavity, with bony maddening and rebonding of the infundibulum on MRI adjacent to muscles. On T1 and T2W and demonstrate convoluted scubiform pattern. Now this P shape is called the scubiform pattern. On enhanced T1W diagnosed inverted papilloma.